We're talking to Kwame Leo Lillard, and the topic is U.S. colored troops and the Battle of Nashville. And of course, Brother Lillard, during this last segment, let's talk about the troops and the Battle of Nashville. And I think you've already indicated how significant Nashville was. But let's get into a discussion about the battle itself.
Okay. The battle occurred on two major days, December 15th, December 16th, 1864. Now, the war had been going on for 3 years at that point, 3 years. Lincoln had issued the proclamation, which is basically a thinly disguised draft for black soldiers.
Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah, the proclamation. The battle, the war was just about even kill, dead heat. They were having trouble getting more white people to come in and fight. At that point, it was clear it was about slavery, and many white Northerners were not inclined to free any slaves. So Lincoln had a dilemma. How are you going to prosecute this war with soldiers and you can't find none? So he had a ready, ample supply of 200,000 strong, you know, excellent shot black men in the South who knew how to hunt, who knew hard labor, who knew how to fight. So he was able to recruit through the Emancipation Proclamation to about 200,000 black soldiers to win the war. But therefore, by 1864, it was clear he had an ample supply to go ahead and defeat the Confederate Army. In Nashville, the battle had gone from Chattanooga to Murfreesboro to Franklin and finally to Nashville. So Nashville was the final crowning battle. And unlike the other battles, it didn't happen in the field. It didn't happen like Gettysburg in the middle of nowhere. It happened right inside the city. Very significant. And you could see that the way the battle lines were shaping up on December 15th, that General Thomas was going to use black troops to break the major strong point of the Confederate. Of course, at that point, black men was expendable. But that's what the black men did. They used their bodies at near the fairgrounds here in Nashville.
Cannon fodder, they call them.
And the most horrendous slaughter occurred where Overton High School is, where Peach Orchard Hill is. There is a marker there right now on Peach Orchard Hill, right there at Harding Road and 8th Avenue. I encourage the people to go see that marker, because that's where black men were slaughtered. And finally, they broke the whole back of the Confederate Army. And on December 16th, the white troops came in and mopped up what was left of the Confederate positions about Shies Hill in the Green Hills area. At that point, the Confederate Army ran down Franklin with black troops pursuing them. And that army was disbanded in January, a few months later. And of course, we all know in April, by that time, once the Battle of Nashville was lost, Lee had no reinforcement in Virginia. So the two major battles were, at that point, Sherman had marched all the way through Georgia. There was no resistance left in there. The only fighting army was Confederate Army in Tennessee and a ragtag army in Virginia. Once the Tennessee army was defeated by the black soldiers, then Lee had to surrender. Nashville, on December 15th and 16th, was the breaking point. And we were the major reason with our blood that we broke the Confederate Army in Nashville on December 16th and 17th. And we lost more black soldiers died than died on either side of the Union or Confederate White Army. In other words, we suffered more casualties in 3 regiments than the entire 4-day battle had on either side of the Union or Confederate Army.
You know, a lot of folks don't seem to understand how very significant, excuse me, African-American participation was in this war. Speak to that again.
Well, it's something that until Clinton came into office, it was never recognized. When Lincoln was killed and they had the celebration of the victory of the Union Army in Washington, D.C., they did not invite a single regiment to parade down Pennsylvania Avenue. So it took from 1865 to Clinton was in office to recognize the black soldiers.
That they had actually fought in the war.
Exactly. They were a non-entity, Brother Hannah. They didn't exist. There were no medals. There were no movies. There was no statues. There was nothing in the history books about the 200,000 black men who wore the Union Army uniform and played major roles in several battles. And unlike the movie Glory, again now, the story of Nashville is that we were victorious. In the movie Glory, they did not defeat the Army out there in South Carolina. But here in Nashville, it's a beautiful, it deserves a movie. It deserves a documentary